Hey, good evening. We are going to be playing a game of White Box Western based on some Old West classes I have come up with using the White Box system. This adventure is called Paid in Full, and it's actually based on a story I read the other day by Elmer Kelton, a famous Texas Western writer. And this story or adventure will be loosely based on one of his stories that I read. We find ourselves as our characters of the bad guys in this one. They are members of the group known as the Voiceless Angels. They're a group of bandits, outlaws, thieves, cattle rustlers, horse traders, maybe even murderers, we'll find out. You've been very fortunate up to now, though, in all of your travels. You've made your way into the western area of Texas and discovered that the ranchers here fight back. They have some type of ranchers association to deal with people like you. And evidently they are forming up in full strength now to hunt you and bring you to justice one way or another. And you should be scared because, quite like you, they have strength in numbers. They're not going to be stealing any more of their cattle. But also, word has come down the two US Marshals are en route to the area with a bounty on your head to bring you in dead or alive, also. So, will it be the Ranchers Association, the marshals that find you first, or could it be some renegade Indians? We'll find out this evening as you run for the mountains. Maybe you run for the borders, or you run for your old friend Silversmith's hideout. But it's all going to be paid in full at the end, no matter where you go. Daniel, if you'll tell me about who you're going to be playing and what his past profession was and what made him choose a life of crime.
So, Buster Brown, often called the Preacher, was actually a bounty hunter not 2 years ago. He thought he was on the side of the law. His family always pushed him in that direction because he had a bit of a mean streak as a kid. So he'd often have to go in the corner and learn his Bible verses to get over, after he punched somebody in the face. But he became one of the good guys. He was a bounty hunter, right? Until he came upon a bounty that he found out this boy wasn't guilty. They were going to hang him by the neck because he was dating the wrong rancher's daughter. So that then got a posse after him, and it didn't take much for him to step over the line and kind of enjoy the lifestyle now that he lives as an outlaw out on the range, doing what he wants and putting out his own type of justice.
Sounds good. We'll see how Buster Brown makes it through with his prayers. Nikki, I'll jump over to you if you can tell me about your character and what their past profession was and why did they choose this life of crime.
Well, Dr. Ness, as you would assume, was a physician to several small towns in the past, but even with the limited medical knowledge of the time, people realized that maybe he took just a little too much pleasure in his surgeries and procedures. And after one too many crossing the line during a medical procedure, he was run out of town and decided to join the band of outlaws because he could offer his medical expertise when they got hurt. And they're outlaws and thieves, and nobody really complains if he causes a little bit of extra pain when he sews you up, because at least somebody's sewing you up. And when he works on you, he wears a mask with blood or paint. You're not sure what it is. Looks like it's dripping from the eye holes. And I'm playing Dr. Ness.
All right, perfect. We'll see if his skills will be needed later on, maybe. Crystal, I'll jump over to you if you can tell me about who you're playing, their past profession, and why they've chosen this life of crime.
Susanna Rhyme grew up in a small town. Family owned a jewel shop. Her older sister was always the pretty and one, always getting all the boys attracted to her. Susanna was more kept more to herself. It eventually came to the suggestion of Susanna by her sister Beverly that Susanna should just join the nunnery because she was never going to get married anyway. And well, something about that just rubbed Susanna the wrong way. She took a nun outfit from a church and proceeded to use it to, after getting her father's gun, proceeded to use the outfit and the gun to rob her family's jewelry store. She killed her sister in the process, mocking her with a smile, saying, "Don't worry, sis, God will save your soul." And now she's on the run with a pouch full of gems and a couple of loaded guns.
All right, sounds good. And Mike, we'll jump over to your character and their past profession, why they've chosen this life now.
Buford used to be a stagecoach driver. For many years, he drove stage, and he was pretty much a company man. He believed in the company. He believed in what they did. It was getting him square meals, and he didn't have to work too hard. Take care of the horses, get in the seat, sometimes ride shotgun. He kind of enjoyed the life of wandering around in that until that one fateful day when they were hauling payday for a mining company, and a trunk full of pay was on board the stage, and stagecoach robbers showed up. And when the dust settled, the only people that were left were dead partners and dead robbers. So Buford, being the man that he was, looked at this as an opportunity. He had probably been shot at one too many times, so he took the payroll and ran with it, figuring that no one else would consider that it was him. Unfortunately, it got his name and face on wanted posters throughout the West.
Yeah, and we will soon find out as your group and also another gentleman that is riding with you as the story unfolds of recent events. We will find out, Buford, you're going to be on another wanted poster for another recent stagecoach robbery. Even know that your group they've moved into this western Texas area, into these grasslands. Y'all have been herding cattle down to the border with some contacts you have and running these cattle on across the border and making your money. But I will show you the map here. And did it show up for everybody?
Yep, I can see it.
Yep, I see it now.
Yep.
Yep, the closest town is called Swift Branch, a small town. It's in the area of the grasslands out here, and there's a road that runs there and makes kind of like almost a Y shape into the road. And you notice that on further down, it goes into the desert lands, and you have an old friend. Well, he's really friends to all, an old miner by the name of Silver Smith that has a hideout in the hills. He claims he's still looking for silver mines there in the hill range between the two deserts. But he's kind of a friend to everybody, really. And, on further down the border, you've probably been to this border town full of outlaws and thieves and renegades by the name of Mujer Malvada. It's right on the border. But the most recent events that you find yourself at, you've robbed a stagecoach on the road leading out of Swift Branch. Most of them go good. This time, the shotgun man on the stagecoach wanted to take on one of your companions by the name of Howling Wolf Wilson that's been riding with y'all. You would know Howling Wolf That's exactly what he is. He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's crazy, and he howls like a wolf, but he probably won't be doing that much longer as he was shot by the stagecoach driver and he has been mortally wounded. You would know also in the Swift Branch town that there's an old man that claims to be the sheriff, but he doesn't do too much in that area. You've probably been there before to some of the saloons and things. Most things go unnoticed, but let's see, Crystal, you was in town the other day and you heard something. I'm going to send you a message for Susanna. That's what you heard while you was in town every day, maybe shopping or doing whatever you were doing, Susanna. But the goal right now is what you want to do with Howling Wolf. Do you want to try? You would know that your friend Silversmith would probably hide him out or maybe even help him, but you know his days are going to be numbered with the mortal wound he's taken.
I don't think we should let any man die out here. Even the howling wolf. So I think we ought to bring him to safety or put him in the ground. But I don't think we should drag him along the way he is.
Why, so they could patch him up and hang him?
Well, I mean, would you want to be hung when you're not patched up?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd rather, yeah, just stick me in a hole.
Well, right now,
Why would you want it? Why would you want to get strung up? Have everybody staring at you?
I could try and remove the bullet. It might give him a few days.
Yeah, I'm sure with the way your surgeries go, he'll be all fine, right, Doc?
Oh, I'm sure.
right. But even with that, we can't be dragging him along with us. We got to get him to somewhere, or we got to put him in the ground. That's up to you. I'm gonna roll this cigarette. When I'm done, you make your choice.
I personally think that a body has a lot of weight to carry.
Yes, and he's going to die no matter what we do.
Well, I guess our minds made up.
Hey, Howling Wolf. How you feeling, bud?
You've noticed that he's been kind of in and out of conscious as you've been riding across after the stagecoach hold up. He looks over at you and he probably does not even appear of a conversation of what's going on. He just goes, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Can I have a drag off that cigarette there, preacher?"
Yeah. So I let up the cigarette and put it on, put it to his mouth. And I look at the other ones, the other guys, and I say, we got to get moving on.
Well, Doc, why don't you take a look at him? If he's worth saving, then let's save him. Otherwise, I say
Okay.
it's time to say goodnight.
I will take a look at Howling Wolf if we can stop, for a second.
Yep.
We really don't.
I'll go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
Susanna will say, if we're going to have to stop, there's not really even a point. I mean, there's not really a point. We should be moving.
Okay. If that's really what you think, Dr. Ness will ride up next to Howling Wolf and cut his carotid artery with the scalpel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep, you're able to do that. Like I say, he's in such a in and out of conscious. He has no clue what you're doing. You let him finish his cigarette?
Yeah, he can. I'll give him that.
He slumps over in the saddle, knowing that you've hit the right spot as the blood starts flowing down off onto the horse.
Well, we shouldn't let him go to waste. Let's send his horse off. Tie his hands down to the saddle so he doesn't go anywhere. Let's send his horse off in the opposite direction. Let's get going.
Good idea, preacher.
Well, the Lord guides me, so we should follow that star, even though it's daytime. Yeah. So that's what we do.
Yeah, whatever you guys say. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Just
Does
remind me
anybody-
never to get shot around you.
well, does Howling have any kind of interesting, not like a gun or something that would be useful for us to take?
You know, I've noticed he always carried what seemed like a Colt Peacemaker.
Oh.
So he has it, and let's see. He had 4 shots left in it, but you notice that his ammo belt was low, so all you can have, you find the pistol and 4 shots left in the pistol.
All right, I'll take that off of him because he doesn't need that where he's going.
And of course, his share of the stagecoach money, of course, would go between you 4 now.
Yeah. Well, we'll split that up. Once we get to our final destination, we'll see how many of us make it. I say
Indeed, you're more right, preacher man.
we're heading for the border, right?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna smack the horse, the Howland's horse, so it goes off in the opposite direction of where we're going, and off we go.
Yep, and you would know. Do you want to take? Do you want to go by your friend Silversmith's hideout for any supplies or anything, or would you want to veer off to his location, or do you want to make kind of a direct run for the border, or do you want to run from you here in Marveda, the town?
Yeah. Well, the
How
border.
hot,
The
how
border.
hot are people on our trail?
Yeah.
You know, lately the Ranchers Association, they have all gunned up and they've been hunting y'all for several days now for stealing cattle. So they are all over the area. And some of you may have heard a rumor in town the other day also about something else going on.
I think it might be good if we go to Silversmith's place because he may have some info of what the ranchers are doing before we move across the rest of the land, before we get to the rough part of the land.
That sounds good with me.
Yeah.
Sounds wise, preacher.
Sis?
Yeah, it sounds fun. Let's just stay away from town if we can avoid it.
Yeah, he doesn't live in town. And then I ride off in the right direction.
Yeah, you would know it's going to, let's see. It's probably going to take you it's probably about a 3-hour ride. That he lives on right on the edge of where it goes into more of a rocky desert, and it goes actually into some hills there. That kind of breaks off. These hills break off between the 2 different deserts. But yeah, you notice it's about a 3-hour ride to get to Silver's place. And speaking of Silver, you would know that he's just an old man there. He's always armed with a double barrel shotgun and a pistol, and he carries a belt of slugs across his waist down there to refill his shotgun. He just keeps telling you every time you go by there, he's going to find that silver mine. It's still up there somewhere. But he's just neutral. He has no qualms. He doesn't ask you what you do. He don't care what you do. He'll help anybody that comes by. But yep, you can head towards Silver's location for sure. And as you do, preacher, since you're heading out first on the journey, make me a D6 roll.
All right. 3.
Yeah, you make your way across the prairie and the grasslands there. Nothing happens for the first part of it. You enter into the kind of rocky desert area, heading towards Silversmith's and Buford. If you roll me a D6.
That's a 1.
Oh, I knew Mike would come in for me.
Of course.
Interesting. Yeah, you're riding a preacher. I guess you're kind of riding in the front, maybe.
Yeah.
You notice coming into what you're pretty sure right on the edge of the hills there, where it turns into more of a hills and rocky hills there in the desert. You see figures moving quite a ways in the distance. You appear that you see three of them, but they're on foot. You notice that they were on foot. They were didn't appear to be on horseback. I mean, but you the sun's shining, glinting very deal, but you know it was three human-sized figures moving way off in the distance there on the edge of the hills.
Oh. Are we on a direct course for them?
Yeah, you know, but that's the direct route you really have to go to get to Silver's place.
All right. So I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to say, looks like we got somebody up ahead.
They fixing an ambush?
Possibly
Yeah,
they're off
maybe.
their horses.
Hmm.
Sounds like an ambush to me.
Agreed.
Are we close enough that a rifle shot could get us from here?
It would be a very lucky shot either way. If you shot it or if somebody shot one at you, it'd be a lucky shot to hit you from this distance.
Okay, right.
It's a possibility, definitely a possibility, but it would be a good shot.
Okay. Right. We'll spend a second having this conversation. Because if not, I'd say, all right, I think we should split up, go around, make a big loop around. Two of us go to the right, two to the left, and go as quickly as possible. Break up their ambush. Let's not go straight through the middle. And then I kick off to the right and start riding. So whoever wants to follow me, or nobody.
All right.
Well, I was
preachers.
finding Ness creepy, so I'm going to ride with you.
I'll go to the left. That's fine.
Yeah, Susanna will go off with the doctor.
Too crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Preacher and Buford to the right area, and Doctor and Suzanne to the left. You're going to kind of get into try to make it to the area of the hills, and then kind of converge back. You say?
Yeah. That way, if
All
there is an ambush there in the middle, that they'll have to make a choice or split up their forces.
All right. Preacher, you and Buford kind of make your way into the hills there, and you see some tracks of some pony tracks that you know, and looking, you see they're not horseshoed at all, but these don't appear to have any kind of horseshoe tracks of these small horses in this area of where you're going around. You see enough to notice that there were probably two figures that come through here recently.
Okay. Looks like we got to watch out for some locals.
Okay. Just what else we need?
Well, I got some tobacco and stuff. We could try to trade with them if we see them.
Okay. Because we don't have any problems lately, have we?
I mean, I haven't had any problems.
Yeah. I haven't either.
Doc, you and Susanna are making your way around to the left area and starting to merge back. Doc, roll me a d6.
Okay. A 4.
You and Susanna are not surprised when you hear the whish of an arrow come flying by and landing right in front of you two. You look off in the area of the hills there. You don't see anyone, but you can definitely see the immediate area of where it come from.
Okay. I'll say, did you see that, Susanna?
Yeah, Susanna's already pulling her rifle and like aiming it out towards the where that arrow was shot from, looking for anything to move or pop up or whatever.
Yeah, I'd
All
pull
right.
my pistol.
You can do that. And both of y'all roll a d6 and let me know what you get.
6.
5.
Yeah, y'all both concentrated on that direction from behind you. You are surprised. So roll initiative. You'll have a -1 to your initiative, both of y'all.
-1, so 2.
A 2 for the doc. What about Susanna?
I rolled a 1 and
Yep. So you'll have a 0 because I actually got a 0 on my chart. So you're at 0. All right. The surprise from behind you is going to miss you, Doc, as another arrow comes by you, Doc, and much closer, though, this time, but it actually is going to miss you. From in front of you, the direction y'all were seeing, you see a figure stand up and shoot an arrow. He's going to shoot towards the Doc, too. Oh, no, he just rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Doc, you will take 7 points of damage then.
Whew.
As this arrow strikes straight into you, good and solid somewhere. And we are up to you, Doc. One arrow come from behind you, almost hit you in your horse. One of them come in front of you and made good solid contact.
Yep, so that's the one I'm going to attack. With my pistol. Ooh. +2, 21.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Rolled a
You
19.
hit him. You're shooting a pistol. Roll me a percentile first.
Okay. 24.
A 24. You hit him in the left arm or the left hand. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 3.
A 3 is a light wound. So you either hit him in the left arm or left hand with a light wound. I'm going to see here, though, if he drops his bow. He does drop his bow as you shoot him in the left arm or left hand area. Susanna, we're up to you.
okay. So we can see 2 of them now.
Yep, there is one in the direction up on in the hills itself of where you were looking for one. Then there's one that had been hiding behind you there.
All right. So Susanna's going to shoot the one up in the hills, since that's where she was aiming for originally.
All right.
And after that, if she can, she's just going to slap her horse's ass and like just start running towards, like running forward, basically towards where she's supposed to intersect with the other 2.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, and let's see what she rolls to hit. I don't know if I think I have a +1 because I got a dex bonus, right?
Yeah, for shooting, and then plus whatever your to hit is for your level.
Right.
Probably
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
what I'm
a
looking.
2, I imagine.
Yeah, I think that's it. +2. All right, so that's a total of 15.
A 15 hits this Comanche.
Okay. And that guy will take 3 points of damage.
All right, and you're shooting a pistol, you said. So roll me a percentile.
No, rifle.
Rifle. Okay, well, same firearm. Roll me a
Okay.
percentile.
Okay. 10.
A 10. Oh man, y'all take the left side out. You get them in the left leg. So roll me a d6.
Nice. 2.
It's another light wound. You see him fall. He completely falls down, is out of sight now. But you know you hit him in the left leg for sure. You saw the hit.
Okay. And then so Susanna will then like slap her horse's ass and say, like, come on, Doc. And she's going to start riding forward.
All right. When you do that, you hear that, Doc. Roll me a d6 real quick, Doc, before you can.
Okay. 1.
Yeah, you quick glance behind you. You see the figure that was shot from behind. You see that there's no one standing there. So evidently they're hit or run off. Preacher, you and Buford both hear a couple gunshots go off, but you're a little ways from there. But it's close to the area we were supposed to meet.
okay. All right, let's keep riding. Hopefully they'll make it there, or we'll have 25% more treasure.
Yeah, sounds like they found the ambush.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Susanna, you and Doc have continued on. No more arrows come out, or you don't see any other figure that is telling you. It seems taking him down to one maybe has scared off his friend, as far as you know for now.
Well, I would break the arrow that's stuck in me. I don't know if it's where it is, in my shoulder or whatever. I don't know where it is. In the chest area. Break the arrow off, but I'll leave the arrow in for now because I would know that there's a better chance of more blood if I pull it out while I'm riding a horse. So,
All right. Y'all continue on to the kind of the meeting location, the crossroads, whatever you want to call it. And let's see. Buford, you and Preacher actually arrived first. Y'all arrived first, and they're not there yet. So, would you want to wait there, or kind of go the direction maybe you know they're coming from?
No, I would wait. I say, you watch that way, I'll watch this way, and I pull my rifle out of its sheath and just wait to make sure that nothing attacks us while we're waiting here.
Yep.
Yep, y'all set up your watch, and maybe 2 to 3 minutes later, you hear probably a heavy sound of hoof prints, horse beats coming in, and you look up and see Susanna, and you see Doc coming in. Doc's not looking too well, I don't imagine.
I consider for a second if I could hit both of them before they could draw on me, and then I decided that I wouldn't be able to, so I don't even say it.
Looks like you guys found the ambush there.
yes.
I assume you didn't trade any furs or anything, right? They do some good trapping around here.
No trading, only projectiles, my friend.
Let's see. Well, I mean, if I saw a nun and a masked man riding, I might shoot at them as well. I mean, if I was a local. Actually, isn't there a story about a masked man and a nun? No, I don't know.
I ain't never heard one.
Yeah, he goes around, he has silver bullets. I don't know. Anyways, let's get. Yeah,
Are you quite well, Preacher? You don't need my assistance, do you?
Oh no, I'm fine. Oh, I see you got an arrow in you though. Do you need some help taking that out?
Oh, not yet. When we get to Silversmith's, I will attend to my wound.
I heard it's best taken out through the neck.
Yeah, you take a good boot to the back of it, I'll push it right through for you.
I think I will take care of it myself, but I appreciate the offer of help from you gentlemen.
Oh. Never seen a man sew himself up. That'll be interesting to watch.
First time for everything.
All right. I'd resheathe my rifle and start heading off again.
Yep, y'all continue your trip and start going up into the, they're not large hills or anything. I mean, a little bit of incline for you, but you make your way up to Silver's hideout or camp, cabin, whatever you want to call it. You make it there. You see some of his mules and stuff there. Everything appears to be in order. The door opens and he comes out pretty much the way he is in his picture, holding his shotgun, and he spits a big plug of tobacco on the ground. He goes, "Oh, well, I'm glad it's you all. I thought it was them dang Indians. You know, they've been running wild out here in the hills lately. I don't know who or what. When y'all got them stirred up, was it?"
Hi ho, Silver. No, not us. They seem to have wanted to take some shots at the dock over here, but we didn't stir them up, that's for sure. We're trying to lay low, if you know what I mean. I got you this, though, and I pull a bottle of whiskey out of my saddlebag and toss it to him.
Well, I much appreciate that. I was in town up there at Swift Branch about a week ago getting supplies, and I done drank the bottle I bought, so that's much appreciated.
No problem.
What happened to you there, Masquin? You look like you run into some trouble.
I think it was a random Comanche patrol. And unfortunately, they had really good aim.
Well, maybe you should come on in here and I could heat up an iron and we could put the iron there to that wound when we get that arrow out.
I actually think cautery will be necessary, yes.
It's into your wound, Doc, and I'm gonna go freshen up.
You see an old hound dog run out from the cabin and he goes, well, me and Bessie, we were fixing to get some victuals up, just some beans and cornbread. I hope y'all don't mind, but I could share some with y'all if y'all want to stay a little bit and I'll tell you about what I heard in town the other day.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, the cornbread and the beans. I mean, if you're talking's fine too.
I will definitely need your hospitality while we attend to my wounds.
Buford, why don't you put them horses up there in the corral and give them a little bit of hay and them oats there, and I just put out water.
Okay, I'll manage that, Silver. I'll round up the horses and head up.
Susanna, while they're doing that, Susanna wants to kind of like walk over, sort of like, let's call it kind of to the edge of the property a little bit. And she's going to look up north, like where the city would be at. And she's going to just kind of look over the landscape and see if she sees anything like, any signs of people or, anything like that.
Which way are you looking back? The direction y'all come, or on further direction you're headed?
Well, like you were showing that map earlier.
Yep.
Like I want to look back towards like, I guess like the city where the main road was, or whatever.
Yeah, we're back towards Swift Branch. Yep. Yeah, you're able to get a fairly good, height to look. You don't see any, of course, a lot of that's desert and rocky desert, so it's not all complete sand, but that you come through, more of it's rocky sand. You don't see any signs of a posse or anything coming that way that you would know. You don't see any indication of it at this point.
Okay.
The rest of you all go into Silver's cabin. Doc, he'll help you if you want to heat up iron, and you can roll a D6 and get that many HP back as you tend to your wounds there, Doc.
Okay. Oh, not bad. 5.
See, Doc does know what he's doing. Silver tells you, well, when I was up there in Swift Branch a week ago getting them supplies, I heard some talk. I know you boys and ladies now, I know sometimes y'all, I don't care what you do. That's your business and your life. You're going to have to answer to the good Lord, not me. Bless your soul. But I heard there's some US Marshals coming down this way, and, well, they may already be around here somewhere, and they're going to, I don't know where y'all headed to, and I don't care, because if they come out here, I don't want them, I don't want them to try to get the information out of me, but they better not tell me, but you better be careful, because it's the 2S, well, it's them 2 marshals that y'all probably heard of. Dylan Dance and William Grant. I don't know how many boys they're bringing with them, but y'all better be careful, because those are 2 bad hombres. You all would have heard of them. Dylan Dance, known as the Devil, wears all black. He's young. He's cocky. He carries a fast gun. His partner, William Grant, known as Quick, Here's a sawed-off rifle and a pistol. Y'all know that these are two fellows that you probably don't want to mess with, even though you've got them outnumbered.
Oh, imagine that. We got two professionals after us.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys ain't nothing to trifle with. I think we need to get ourselves gone quicker than later. I might even have to get a different color hat so I'm not recognizable.
Silver, you don't happen to have some fresh horses, do you?
Well, I don't really I use those mules up here in the hills, so no, I hadn't traded or got any lately, so I sure don't. Bessie, she would be lonesome here if you took the mules away. She wouldn't like that.
Oh, you got to take your mules.
Yeah. Well, we can rest our horses up. I think that'll be fun. Maybe we can find some friendly locals and give us maybe a trade. It'd be hard to track us too if we weren't riding if we had the unshod horses. Is there any reason why they're giving you a hard time up here lately? They're just going wild? What's up?
Well, I don't know what's causing those Comanches to fire up the stove, so to speak. But they've kind of been on the warpath lately, and they don't bother me. I've been trading with them a long time, but I think a lot of time they like to put the scare in people. But there's still quite a few of them that are pretty ornery people themselves.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We'll do our best to try to dodge them.
yeah, we'll stay on their good side for sure. We can definitely use their help. They've helped me out in the past. When I'm in my former career locating.
Well, y'all more than welcome to bunk up the rest of the night. Y'all would know it's probably by now late afternoon. But y'all can bunk up and stay the night if you want to. Bessie may lick you a little time or two, but it'd be okay.
Mm-hmm. That'd be very nice.
Yes,
Yeah,
it would.
We should probably head out though at night. The night night air is going to be better on the horses if we're going to push them.
What's the weather like? We got clear skies, so we can travel at night.
Yeah, it's been clear and pretty warm, but yeah, it's been clear. No, you don't see any indication of any storms coming.
Yeah. I mean, then I would agree with that because being a bounty hunter, I'm sure I know how to travel by the stars. I say, okay, we can travel at night. That's a good idea. Good idea, Beavis. Knew we kept you around for a reason.
Well, it ain't my looks.
I don't know. That dog's got some peculiar taste.
Yeah, that's true.
And you would know if you travel at night, you're going to have to go on up into the hills past Silver's place. And after you get out of the hills, it's going to go into more of a open, with just a bunch of cacti growing everywhere before you actually get into more of a open desert area. To get to the border from here is going to be roughly a half day's ride. And that's if it's a good ride. At night, you're going to have to add a little bit more probably. But it's probably a good half day's ride to get to somewhere on the border, depending on if you want to go to New here or just any other area of the border.
Well, do we know of, or we can ask Silver if there's any place to get water, like right the furthest place from here that we can get water before we get to the town?
Yeah, he would give you directions there on the other side of his place, coming out of the hills into the area where it's just cactus and stuff. He could tell you a little spot that would probably be a good watering hole.
Yeah, it might be wise for us to leave, get that far at least, water the horses, then wait till the sun starts to come up for the rest of the trip. We can move faster. What do you think?
That works for me.
Well, we'll go at least that far and we can make a choice when we get there.
Works.
Yeah, I think we should probably split the loot up right now.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I'd hate for all of it to disappear.
Yep. So that's a good idea. And actually, I'm going to take a portion of mine, if Silver's okay with it. I'm going to give it to him, and I'm going to say, I don't know that I'll be back to town to put this in the collection box anytime soon. So if you could do that for me, and I take a chunk of my money and give it to him to give to the church.
Yep, and he most definitely would do that.
I'll give him a few coins for helping with my my arrow wound.
Well, I'll put this to buy some more beans and meal and stuff to make some more of that cornbread next time y'all down this way.
Sounds like a plan.
And a bottle of whiskey too.
Susanna will grab one of her bundles of cash, and she'll kind of just like flip her with her thumb and say, "Now we weren't here, right?" And then she'll sort of like offer him that bundle.
Well, and darling, the way you ain't got to go that far. You know me; I don't get involved in politics on nobody's side. So I ain't seen nobody, I ain't heard nothing. So just keep your money. You may need it to, you may have children one day.
I can take that, sis. I mean, if you're going to give money away, I'll keep my mouth shut for that.
She looks at you. Oh.
Go ahead.
She like looks at you, and then she sticks that money down by her belt, by her like under the belt of her gun, and she says, "Oh, really, Buford? Why don't you come get it, darling?"
So do you want me to use my teeth this time?
Maybe we should get moving, and then once we get, it's kind of.
And the preacher thought I had strange tastes.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to see you all hogtied like last time. And we gotta go. Let's just get out of here.
All right.
Yeah. So once we feel like our horse is arrested and the night has fallen a bit, we'll let out, giving him.
You can do that. Rest it up a few hours as you head out into the night. It's cooling off slowly. I mean, it's still warm, but it's going to cool off more throughout the night. Same formation, pretty much. Buford, Preacher, are going to take the lead.
Yep.
And you're headed to the watering hole that Silver told you about?
Yeah, that's a good place to get to, at least tonight.
Yep, you could do that. You head up into the higher part of the hills, as there's could be called hills, and continue that way. And then you start coming out of the hills back into the more arid area where all the cacti are. You make your way probably, you would think, a good couple hours at least, you would think, headed towards the watering hole. And as you do, Preacher, you hear it as it whizzes by. You hear the crack of a rifle shot as you're approaching this area of where the watering hole is. You're probably, you can actually see probably the area of where the watering hole is, and you would think it's a good, I will say a good 100, 200 yards at the most from where you're at. And there's a rifle shot come from that way. And then you hear a voice call out and go, "Damn, boy, you save that shot."
No reason to be taking shots at us in the middle of the night there. We're just out here trying to water our horses. Let's all be friends.
You hear an old man's voice yell back, "Where y'all coming from?"
Up north.
Well, which way up north, though?
Alaska.
What y'all want out here?
Listen, if you've been in Alaska like I have, there's only one thing you want south of the border, and that's the sun.
Well, y'all come on in mighty slow now, and you got them gun belts on. Don't be reaching for them because we got itchy fingers. Some of us do. We out here looking for them outlaws.
Yeah, I can see that. No, it's just outlaws. Oh, what? Hold on. What is outlaws out here?
Yeah, they all out through this area here, and I hear there's much rewards for them.
Well, how do I know that you're not an outlaw? Now I'm walking right into your trap. That don't seem very safe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll keep my hand off the gun belt too, and I'll have this boy here, and yeah, I'll have the boy keep his hands off of it too.
That sounds reasonable to me. I say, and I kind of, start riding my horse slowly towards the watering hole, keeping an eye. Everybody else was further behind me, so I don't know what they're doing exactly, but I'm sure they would have.
Susanna is gonna ride up, kind of like behind the preacher man, and she's gonna like kind of have her hands up. I imagine she's wearing her outfit, so she'll say, now be careful. You don't want to shoot a woman of the cloth.
Who has a gun belt with a cash stuck in it?
Dr. Ness will
I
take.
imagine she has it like under her outfit. She wouldn't like carry it open. She might have like a rifle on her horse, which might be a little odd, fair, but
Dr. Ness will take
imagine
his
she has,
mask
like,
off.
her,
Just imagine this like sexy like fighter nun. Like, no, I'm a woman of the cloth.
yeah, I keep forgetting the nun. This was the worst decision.
Dr. Ness will take his mask off so he doesn't scare anybody, because he doesn't want to get in a fight with these guys if he doesn't have to. He'll just put it in his doctor bag on his saddlebag.
All right. Are you going to ride up and be next to where a preacher and Susanna are? Or are you going to stay a little bit further behind?
I'll stay a little further behind. I just don't want to scare anybody, so I won't ride up there with a bloody mask on.
What about Buford?
Buford's just going to hold up for a second.
All right,
He'll let the horse canter to the side, and he'll check out what's behind.
All right. Preacher, you and Susanna, as y'all make your way up to the little oasis watering hole, you see four men standing there. One of them's an older guy. You would probably deduce will be the guy who's been speaking to you. One of them's probably a young boy, about 18. You see two other middle-aged men there. They're all holding rifles. And when you two get up close, one of them points the rifle at Susanna and goes, "You're that outlaw that we've been looking for. You better drop your weapons now or I'm going to drop you." Everybody, let's see, Preacher, you and Susanna and the doc can roll initiative since y'all are up there.
Okay.
No modifiers, just straight D6.
I want to do a quick draw. So I don't know if that affects the initiative. Don't I automatically go first if I do quick draw?
Yep, I believe you do. So I'll put you down there. We'll just go ahead and give you initiative, though, for
Oh,
next.
for the normal thing? Okay. 4.
All right. Preacher on a 4. What about Susanna?
This
Oh,
is
you're
what,
muted, Crystal. All right, what about
sorry,
Doc?
2.
2
sorry.
for Susanna?
Yeah.
5 for Doc.
All right, let me get over to my sheet. You're going to do the fast draw?
yeah, I'm fast drawing.
All right. You'll take a -4 to hit. If you do hit, though, it does 2 times damage if they don't do something else to them. Which one do you have? Like I say, 2 middle-aged guys, the old man you probably were talking to, and a young guy, 18 or so.
The young guy is the one that actually has the weapon pointed, right? Everybody else has them kind of lowered.
No, it's one of the middle-aged guys that's pointing the rifle directly at Susanna.
All right, I'm going to drop him. I'm going to try to win this.
Oh, no.
I rolled a 1. So that's -3. Actually, it's -1 because my plus the bonus.
Oh, man.
I go to get my pistol and my pants fall down.
Roll me a d6.
Oh boy. What's it? 3.
All right, you're lucky. Your pistol misfires and is jammed up. Luckily, it didn't do any damage to you, but you will miss the next round as you're clearing this jam or whatever out. Something happened to your pistol.
Okay.
They see you do this, of course. I mean, it's some moonlight. They all see this. We'll just go on initiative. Doc, what would you like to do?
They're pointing rifles at Susanna.
Yeah, now they're all pointing rifles at all of you now. As Preacher tried to surprise them, and unfortunately, it didn't work.
All right. Well, I'll go for it. I'll shoot. Try to shoot one of the middle-aged guys.
All right, that sounds good.
15.
15 hits them.
Okay. Just to roll a d6 or?
Yeah, roll damage first, and then we'll do the other.
Oh, 6.
Oh, perfect. Roll me a percentile to see where we hit them.
60.
Hey, that's a 60. That's a pretty good shot. You either hit them in the abdomen or the groin. Roll me a d6.
Ooh, femoral artery. I rolled a 6.
That is a mortal wound. You hit him in a very vital area. Will be dead soon. Preacher, you're out. You were also on a 4 with them. They had a 4. The guy with a mortal wound, knowing that he is fixing to die, is going to take a shot anyway at a minus. He is going to shoot towards, let's see. He's going to shoot towards the Doc that just shot him. And he's going to miss you, Doc. Not bad, but he does miss you.
Okay.
The old man starts yelling, "Ain't no use for this gunfire now. Everybody put them guns up. You boys put them down or we're going to kill every one of you." He's trying to give orders. The kid is trigger happy. He unleashes the gun, and he is going to shoot towards Susanna. And that is going to hit you, Susanna. You'll take 3 points of damage. And then let's see where he's going to hit you at. Ooh, that's not good either. He hits you in the abdomen of the groin. Oh, no. He hit you with a mortal wound, Susanna, with a 6.
Can I use my holy blessing to stop that? Because I can prevent.
You can. You do have that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, thank God that you had that belt on under your robe.
Yep, you can do that.
Yeah.
The other man, the middle-aged guy, is going to let's see who he's going to look towards. He looks towards you, Preacher, at you yelling that out, and shoots towards you, and he's actually going to miss just barely, but he misses you, Preacher.
Where I thought I was going to turn around and yell that, and like I get shot.
Susanna, we're up to you. Is somehow with this miraculous preacher giving his speech, is the bullet goes flying by.
Okay, so I did not take 3 points of damage, or?
Nope, you can take it off now.
All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, so the thought to thank God crosses Susanna's mind for just a moment. And then she thinks, well, the only person who's going to save me is myself. And she flicks her arm forward, and a small pistol flies out from her arm, and she'll take a shot with that pistol.
All right. Which one do you want to shoot at? You see one of
the
the
guy who shot at me.
All right.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. And let's see the total of 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits this guy. So roll damage first.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, roll your percentile.
99.
Oh god, it's a headshot. Roll me a d6.
Oh yes. Oh, 2.
A 2 is a serious wound. He's still alive, but you've shot the guy in the head.
Yeah. So she like flicks her wrist forward. Her pistol comes out, and yeah, she shoots him, and like it goes like through his jaw.
Yep, he's not looking too good at all. We'll go into the next round. So everybody roll initiative. No, if you wound, nobody's wounded, so no modifiers. Some of them are wounded, so I'll give them a negative. What did you get, Susanna?
We're on initiative again.
Yep, another initiative.
5.
All right. What about Doc?
2.
All right. And what about the preacher man?
3.
And Buford, you hear this going on as you're some ways behind as you hear the gun battle start. What would you like to do?
I'm charging up.
Yep. So roll me initiative. I'll give you a -1 though, since you're on horseback moving up at a faster rate of speed. So whatever you roll, -1.
0.
All right, you're on 0. Good. I'm glad I put a 0 on this chart now. Susanna, you're up first. You see the one middle-aged guy fall down to the ground dead. Well, you would think he's dead. He's not moving. The guy that you just shot in the head is still alive. You see the kid jamming another round in. You see the old man freaking out. What do you want to do, Susanna?
I'm sorry, I thought I was unmuted. Okay, so I can still shoot at him and everything, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that's what she'll do. She'll shoot at him, and then let's say, man, I need to remember what my thing is each time. It's just a 3 hits. So 19 to hit.
Yep.
And that 5 damage.
All right. And then.
Oh, man. And then my D100 is a 1.
Oh, yeah. You hit him in the left leg, but roll a D6.
3.
That is a light wound to his left leg. He's not looking too well at all, though, as you've hit him successfully twice. Preacher, we're up to you.
Okay, so if I wanted to try to fix this gun, I would lose my turn doing it. Can I just ride my horse forward into the kid?
You want to ride into the kid, you say?
I won't try to knock him over. I'm just going to try to trample.
Yeah, just, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy to do, but yeah, just make a attack. Make sure you don't roll another 1.
All right. I didn't start off good. 15 unmodified.
Yeah, you can ride into him and we'll say knock him down prone.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Is that anything else you want to do? Like stomp on him? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to knock him over, and then I'm going to kind of like circle back around, and I'm just going to drop that gun and draw my gun, because that was Howland's gun. So, and then I'll
All
see.
right.
He's on the ground, and the old guy's yelling to stop. Hopefully we can get them to chill. But we'll see what happens, I guess.
All right. The doc, you're up next.
So I've got one mortally wounded, one in the middle-aged, and the other guy's been shot in the head and the leg, right?
Yeah, so you got one guy that's dead, you're pretty sure now. One guy that's shot in the leg and the head. You got the kid that's just been knocked to the ground, and the old man that looks like he's fixing to probably do something.
Okay. Can I pull my gun on the old man and try to just say to him, I have a charisma bonus without my mask on. I don't think you want to try anything else. It appears that you're going to be on your own here very soon. You might want to just put your hands up.
Yeah, roll me. So you'll have a 3 out of 6 probably chance with that, I believe, right?
Yep.
So roll me a d6.
Oh, nope, 4.
All right. Anything else you want to do, or is that it?
No, if he doesn't respond, I mean, I would. That was my turn, right? So.
Yep. So he doesn't. He seems in fear, and he's contemplating on what you're saying. It is their turn. They had a 2 also. The man who is pretty wounded, pretty bad, is knowing he's probably on his last leg, so to speak. He's going to take and he is going to shoot towards. He's going to shoot towards you, preacher, to knock down the kid. and he is going to miss pretty bad. The kid is going to shoot towards you, preacher, but you will knock him down. Oh man, a 19 will hit. You'll take 2 points of damage, and let's see where it hits you at. It's going to hit you in the right leg. It's a serious wound though, so you will lose. Take 1 point off your strength and 1 point off your con score, being a serious wound.
Okay. So I actually lose 3 hit points then.
Yep.
Because I have a +1 on my con.
And the old man, let me see what he's going to do. He looks towards you, Doc. You know, you're trying to tell him to do that, and he is scared and freaked out, and he pulls the trigger at you, Doc. Oh my gosh, he just rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
And that's not good because he rolled 6 damage, doubled is 12. So take 12 points of damage, Doc.
I'm almost done, but not quite.
And he hits you in the left leg. Let's see. Oh no, it's a mortal wound in the left leg. Because he rolled a 6. Doc, you know that he hit you, being a doc yourself, you know that this is a mortal wound and you're going to be dead probably. You have 1 round to do something.
Okay.
We go to you, Buford. As you've ridden up into this.
Yeah, I'm riding up. I got my big iron pulled. Who's standing?
You see the old man who just shot a good shot and mortally wounded the doc. The kid shot towards the preacher, and this other guy that's barely standing on 1 leg.
So we got 3 up yet? Okay. I'll take out the old man.
All right.
That's an 18.
Oh yeah, that hits him.
For a whopping 6.
6 damage. Okay, now roll a percentile. See where it's going to hit him at.
That's a 38.
A 38 will get him the right shoulder. Roll me a d6.
3.
That is a light wound, so I will make a notation of it. We're back to the next round initiative. This will probably be good for y'all as they rolled a 1. What did you get, Susanna?
2 and a 3.
A 3 for Susanna. And Doc, you'll have a -1 to your roll, Doc. Oh, no, I'm sorry, -2. You've got a fatal wound.
Right, so 4.
You have a 4, Doc. And what about Buford?
1 again.
And what about Preacher?
I got 3 that time.
All right, Doc, you lead us out as your last action before you go to death's door. As you got a 4.
All right, I'm going to try to kill the old man.
All right.
Since he shot me and killed me. That is a 14.
Yep, that hits the old man.
Okay, damage. Only 2 damage.
All right.
Do I roll the percent?
Yep,
die?
roll percentile. See where we hit him. You may take him out.
72.
That's in the chest. Roll me a d6.
5.
That is a mortal wound, though, man. You got him. He will be dead after his turn here. Susanna, you and the preacher both had a 3, so however y'all want to go. You see the old man shot in the chest, and you probably know he's not going to be around much. The kid is freaked out for sure now, and gun trigger happy, and the other guys don't look too well at all.
My dex is 12. I don't know if you want to go on dex, Chris.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
That's fine.
What's your
My
dex?
dex is 16.
Okay, so you go first.
All right, so she's Susanna's gonna finish off that guy that shot at her.
All right.
At the start of this whole thing and recognized her and everything. You don't recognize Susanna and get away with it. Oh, I rolled an 18, so plus 3
Yeah,
is
that definitely
21.
hits him.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna get like 2 shots of that small pistol, so I'm gonna have to drop my small pistol and pull my rifle. Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then that's 4 damage.
All right. In location.
76,
That is in the chest.
and I rolled a 3 on a d6.
That's a serious wound, but that took out his HP. So you describe it as you shoot him in the chest and finish him off.
Yeah. Susanna, she sees that he's about done. She drops that small pistol and pulls that rifle. And as she aims it right at his chest, she says, "May the Lord have mercy on your soul." And she shoots him dead.
Yep, he's down. Preacher, you see the old man bleeding out. You see, unfortunately, the doc bleeding out, and almost dead. And you see the kid on the ground scrambling to see what he's going to do.
All right. Yeah. I was actually going to try to spare the kid, but since he just friggin' shot me pretty bad, level my pistol and I'm going to blow him away, hopefully. Yeah. 21.
Oh, yeah.
5 damage on the D6.
All right.
Pretty good shot. Oh, and then a percentage, right?
Yep, for location.
65.
That is in the 65 is the abdomen groin. Roll me a d6.
I like to shoot people in the groin. 5.
Ooh, that's a serious wound, almost mortal, but it is a serious wound. I will take note of that on his turn.
One serious wound.
Buford, you and the bad guys are both on 1, so you go, Buford. Or good guys, I'm sorry, y'all are the bad guys.
So we just got the kid and the other
Yeah, you
middle-aged guy?
you can see the old man is fixing to fade away.
Okay, I'm gonna pop the kid then. That's a 14.
Yep, that hits the kid.
5 points.
All right, if that don't kill him or the wound location, let's see where it hits him.
87.
Ooh, that's in the chest. Roll a d6.
3.
That is a serious wound, but you took his HP down, so you can tell me how you finished the kid off.
He just focuses center on his chest, pulls it, and he sees the hole tear through the kid's shirt and the blood spray out the back.
Yep, you do that. The old man has 1 turn left. He looks towards the doc, who he knows is dying, and he spits out on the ground. He goes, "You may have got all of us ranchers here, but the marshals are going to get you before daylight." And he shoots towards you again, Doc, and he will hit you. Let's see where it's going to hit you. Oh, man, that's going to be, oh, wow, that's a headshot. And it is a mortal wound, of course. You're already mortally wounded. So, Doc, if you want to describe how the old man shoots you in the head, and that's the last thing you remember.
Okay. He says what he says, and I smile. I know he's going to shoot me in the head. And I'll say, "I know where we're both going, but I think I'm going to enjoy it there a lot more than you." And then he shoots me right through the forehead, just brain pan shot.
Yep. The rest of you see the doc take the final shot. It is quiet now.
Yeah, just that's happening. I turn towards Doc and I'm like, I'm going to need some patching up to, damn it. All right, guys. Well, we definitely drew some attention to ourselves here with all this gunplay.
Yeah, let's Buford, you get those guns off that dock and
Yeah. Strip these ranchers down.
Yeah, the ranchers.
All the ranchers had rifles, just like none of them had pistols that you can find. They all had rifles, and probably, let's see, they each, well, we'll say total you find, you actually find 81 shells on all 4 of them.
That's good. We should load up all the rifles because that's going to be our main advantage here is when those marshals come to get them before they get to us. Do they have horses, these guys?
They do.
Oh, perfect.
and they appear to be, probably about the same condition as yours. I mean, you can tell that, they've been out here probably patrolling this area, all day or, whatever.
Yeah. So the question is, should we wait here for them to come because they heard the noise, or should we try to make it to the border before they get to us?
I say we ride.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
border
take,
for sure.
I
We
take
need to get
Doc's
outta here.
mask and I flip it around and pull it over his head
Nice.
so the buzzards don't get at his eyes.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Well, Doc, it was good riding with you. May the Lord bless your soul wherever the hell you are. And I take a sip of whiskey and I say, let's take all the horses because we can ride one and hold the second and switch off. We'll be able to move faster.
Sounds
Sounds like
good.
a good idea, preacher man.
And I'm going to take at least one extra rifle too.
Who all's
Oh, yeah.
wounded for HP? All of you, or?
Yeah, I did. I lost.
Nope.
Buford's unharmed.
Oh
I
wow,
am
so
as
just
well.
preacher.
Susanna is as well.
Susanna would have been dead.
Susanna took preacher took away that preacher took that hit for Susanna
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, because that would have, yeah.
Doc had all the karmic hits going on.
I can tell you that the preacher is pissed he did not run that kid over. He just knocked him over, like figuring, oh, he's a kid, and then the motherfucker shot me.
All right, preacher. If you want to take 10 minutes while y'all all doing what maybe they're giving the stuff up, you could actually recover a D6 of HP loss.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Maybe they'll get the stuff together. I'll be like, all right, guys, get that stuff together if you don't mind. I'm gonna patch up my legs so I don't bleed out on the trail. 5 hit points healed. Okay, so this is interesting. It doesn't heal that con damage though, right?
Nope, that is pretty much permanent right now. I mean, it would heal over time, but I mean, as far as the time that you're going to be doing,
Okay, because 3 of the hit points I lost were because my con dropped, so I can't heal that back. Is basically what I'm saying. Right?
correct.
So I can heal back the other 4, which will put me here. 4. There we go. All right. So I'm at max as I can be.
All right,
That's pretty good.
perfect. Y'all going to continue through the night? Do you want to ride for the border itself, or you want to make a stop and meet here? Or what do y'all want to do? What's the plan?
Do we know that there's an easier way to cross the border at the town, or?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably cross the border really anywhere. I mean, certain areas probably going to be water to cross, but I mean, in Mute here, there's actually kind of like across the river, there's a bridge or whatever, rickety old bridge that you could go. But I mean, you could cross the river pretty much anywhere.
Oh, all right then. I would take the most direct path to the river.
Yeah, I say
sounds good.
let's get some distance between us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I say each of us carry like 2 rifles, have them fully loaded. And Susanna will grab her small pistol and load it back up.
Yeah, and y'all would know probably in the area where you're at, the most direct route would be just to the, we'll say for purposes to the west of the little town. Probably be direct route. If you went west, you could probably reach the border probably a good hour before you would, if you continued the other way to get to the little town. So you want to ride straight for the border?
Well, look at that red X.
Yeah, it would be towards Red Hex, correct.
Yep. So yeah, I think we should definitely do that.
Yeah, and we each have 2 horses, so we can switch out as well.
Yep, you do that. You continue on down. Daylight breaks. You hear the water, the river, the calm, peaceful water flowing. You left the Doc's body back in the desert at the little oasis, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
We stuck a dollar bill in his pocket and took the rest of it.
Yep, you go that way. Preacher, you're probably a little bit ahead of them again. Is that correct?
Yep.
The sun rises, and you're thinking about what happened during the night. You avoid the US Marshals who were waiting for you in the village, the town. As the sun comes up that morning, Buster, how's the story going to end as you hear the rushing water, not rushing, but the flowing water of the river, knowing that you're there?
So Buster hears the river and he knows that he's in a good spot, and he's like, I need to get across with his money. But his mind is still thinking of the town and the girl that he was going to see and take with him across the border. Would she wait if he comes back a few days later? He's not really sure, but I guess we'll find out another time. He thinks, and he gets the horse and he rides for the river and freedom.
Sounds good. Doc, even though you are in the other world, do you have any last thoughts?
He's gonna preacher is having a dream, and in his dream he sees the doc, and the doc is saying, I saved you a spot down here no matter what you think, and I'll see you really, really soon.
Susanna, daylight is here, and you hear the water flowing as you know you've reached the border without running to the marshals. How does the story end for Susanna?
Susanna plans to, cross that border, take her, share the money, and, go live it up for a little while, before she'll eventually run out of money and, need to rob something else. That's just the way the life goes. She'll get out eventually. Today is not that day, it looks like.
All right, sounds good. And last not least, of course, is our ex-stagecoachman Buford. How's it going, Ian?
Buford will get about halfway across the river, and he'll pull back on his horse, and he'll turn around and look back to the north again. Then he calls out to Susanna and the preacher, and he goes, I guess we'll be leaving each other at this point. I hear Wyoming's pretty good this time of year. And yeah. And that's where he heads. He just can't do it. Just can't cross the border. And he turns back north.
Oh man, we may have to continue then as the marshals find you, huh?
Years later, well, when finally Future ends up going back to the town to get that woman, of course the marshal's going to be there and shoot him dead in the street, so he's not going to he'll never see you in Wyoming.
Well, once again, this was a white box western named Paid in Full, based loosely on a story written by Elmer Kelton about a group of ranchers who had enough of the outlaws and everything and kind of formed their own association and went after the ranchers in this short story. I added the US Marshals, of course, that they were able to avoid in Muir, Malveda, the border town. We started out with 5 of the Voiceless Angels, as one of them was mortally wounded at first, the Howling Wolf. And the doc who gave them mercy, unfortunately received no mercy at the desert, as we lost the doc too. But as they say in the end, everything's going to be paid in full.